Gina Carano has been very inspiring to me and others in fighting the good fight against Hollywood ever since Disney canceled her in that fateful day when she made the Instagram post saying that Republicans are treated like second-class citizens in Hollywood. It's much like the Nazis treated the Jews. That's a eye-rolling kind of statement. Of course, comparing anything to Nazis always. But it is kind of accurate, let's be honest. The way that the leftists in Hollywood treat us, that they treat us like second-class citizens, like they hate us. It's very clear that they want us life ruined. You can lose your job over just saying that on Instagram and not work again in an entire industry over that. And it's really not even over that. It's like they know who she is. They know that she's a Christian. They know that she's a Republican. And good on her for not backing down on this, because it would be very easy to do, very easy to shut up, very easy to take the ticket, take the money, sell your soul to Satan like so many others do in Hollywood. And, they'll get their reward. They really will. But we have a higher calling and a higher reward for us in heaven. And that's why we have to keep speaking the truth, keep speaking the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I'm very inspired today. This makes me extremely happy. This is good news. I have a good news video for once. Don't tune out because of that. Hit the like and subscribe button. Tell everybody about it, because we do need to spread the good news, my friends. This is just as important as any of the bad stuff going on out there. And I love what she said. We're going to get into that in just a moment. My name's John Della Rose, everybody. I am an unabashedly Christian and conservative science fiction author and the most trusted name in science fiction fandom. Please check out my Justified Saga of the Nano Templar. If you're looking for an alternative to Disney Star Wars that has like that real heroism, that has a good Christian message to it, that is just epic in nature. Even if you're not a Christian, you'll enjoy the hell out of this. This is great books right here. Check out this trilogy, and it is a full trilogy. It's on Amazon. You can check this out in the description below. And thank you guys for reading so much. I mean, the amount of books that I'm selling these last few months has been incredible. It's all because of you. I feel very blessed to have you guys around, and I appreciate you a lot. Thank you again. All right. So Gina Carano here is not shy about her Christianity. In a recent interview with Sean Ryan, she told Disney execs in an email, "I don't worship your business. My God is bigger than Disney." Man, that gives me like goosebumps just hearing that. Like, I don't worship your business, and my God is bigger than Disney. I mean, Disney really has set itself up as a false idol. It set itself up to try to be bigger than God, to try to play God with society, to try to, change the rules of society, change even science, pretend that men are women, women are men, and encourage all sort of debasement and debauchery, and push it towards kids, innocent little children. They want to corrupt little souls. It's really true. It is wicked. It is the hellmouth. Hollywood is a cesspool of evil, and that's why we fight the way we do. And so Gina, of course, has spoken out against this at length, and she keeps doing it. So she says Hollywood experts expects everyone to speak with one voice. And in the aftermath of the draconian COVID lockdowns, things have become very black and white. It's very clear who benefited in Hollywood. It was the ones that were paid to keep their mouths shut during COVID. But when asked if she wanted to have it any other way, she said, looking back, no. But it was hard. I can see it now for what it is. And she was talking about the divide between good and evil and how clear it's become. As an example, she referred to Jack Black joking about the failed assassination attempt of Donald Trump. Yet someone did actually die in that. It is getting easier to distinguish. The evilness is becoming much more obvious, and it's floating to the surface. They're losing the ability to hide what is good and evil. And that's been a lot of hallmark of, if you just look at the way films have been lately, like, it's always the hero's really a bad person too. They've got troubles too. They're struggling too. The evil has a real reason for it. I mean, you can see it in Star Wars: The Acolyte of all things overall. Like the Sith, who are supposed to just be completely evil, they've given into the dark side, anger and hate. The Jedi are the good guys, but in The Acolyte, the Jedi are presented as bad guys. They just walk into poor little Sith ladies' homes and just kill everybody, and then take their children. Because of their just stodgy old religion. And then the Sith guy actually fights them and says, you know what? I'm being me. You can't tell me what to do, man. I'm the good guy. It's really cringy. And it is a complete subversion of good and evil intentionally. It's trying to hide what good and evil is, turn it upside down, tell you that evil is good and good is evil. And that's the entire agenda. That is what Satanism really is. That's what Leslie Headland's all about. That's what Kathleen Kennedy's all about. That is really the entire nail on the head here. And that's why Gina Carano, really got fired from these people. She made her statement. It was controversial. They were looking for a reason to do it. They wanted to get rid of her because she preaches what's true, and they can't have that around. That's all it's about. So she says the trick Satan uses is to make people believe they can play God, that they are their own gods. And she saw a lot of that in Hollywood. So many of these actors do that so well, say, I am my own God. And they have everything together. They have the wife, the kids, they don't drink alcohol, they're in shape. They believe they're their own God. And they said they literally say that. She believes that it's harder of a wall to break down than drugs or alcohol or sex, because if you believe you're your own God, that doesn't leave room for the real God. But she hasn't always been this spiritual. She said, I found out through the hardships of the entire industry turning against me, being dropped on my head pretty darn hard. During the time she was dropped from Disney and Hollywood turned against her, she said she drew the line and held on to God. She said, I don't worship your business. I've done plenty wrong in my life, which I'll need to account for. But at this moment, I'm not wrong, and I will not put one of these fake apologies that you have everyone else put out that mean nothing and degrade them, that take away from their words. She says she believes every celebrity that's apologized has had their voices taken away. So the next time they speak, it doesn't mean anything. It's a copy-pasted apology, and she wasn't going to do this. She says, I understand. I grew a tomboy. I understand people are going through things. I don't worship your business, and my God is bigger than Disney. She says, I chose to go to expose in the liberal cities who made judgment calls about me and really don't know why, because they've read something somewhere. I get invited to Republican spaces, but I want to stay in the art space. We need to fight there, and that's where I want to fight. And that's so important. That's what a lot of people lose in the whole culture war here, and it's a really tough divide to cross, guys. It really is. Because as much as Hollywood pushes this and they push us out, the publishing industry's blacklisted me, comic industry's blacklisted me, our spaces, like the Republican side, doesn't care about culture enough. That you see these posts on Twitter all the time saying, why are there no good conservative artists? And it's like, okay, dude, like, look a little. Pay attention. Why don't you uplift things? Why doesn't the Blaze hire writers like me to actually combat these things? Why don't they fund our operations? Well, they don't, because they don't really care. It's tough to get in those spaces. And when you get in those spaces, you have to shift to full politics. Otherwise, the clicks just really aren't there. I've written for many conservative magazines, and if you write about Trump, Biden, whatever, you get tons of clicks. If you write about Star Wars, Doctor Who, things like that in the culture, the clicks really are a lot less. And it's because a lot of that side's really tuned out of things. So it's hard to stay in the art. It's a fight to stay in this artistic space, and that's it's something I do every single day, and we're pushing as hard as we can. And it is growing, guys. The good news is it is growing. Things are changing, but it's been a struggle for a lot of years just to get anything seen. And for Gina Carano to stay in the art space is a big, big deal. It's important. It really is. She says about her future, she doesn't fit in with Hollywood, Angel Studios, and the Daily Wire. She said she's going to do her own thing. She says, I'm not woke. I'm not conservative. I'm just strangely in this middle ground. They always say that. I don't like that, but that's okay. I don't have to agree with everything. That's the beauty of our side. We don't have to agree with everything everybody says. We can make things different. And this is a beautiful thing. What matters here out of all of this is that she says her God's bigger than Disney, that she's working for the Lord Jesus Christ and his message. And that's what we need to keep doing. That's what we need to keep pushing in these spaces. So she's taken a lot of slings and arrows. She had people try to cancel her appearances at fan expos across this country and across Canada. They had petitions to remove her, all because they just hated her. They always say that they're trying to remove hateful bigotry, but they are hateful bigots. They are hateful bigots of the truth. They are hateful bigots against Christians. They're Christophobic. And that's the truth. They want us out of the spaces in the name of diversity and inclusivity. They want no diversity and inclusivity. And that's really the shame. That's the hard part right now. But people like Gina are super inspirational. Going and doing this and fighting this lawsuit against Disney that she's got going right now, not backing down, not just settling real quick, but actually working to expose the evil agendas out there. That's the best thing we can do, and this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I appreciate this interview so much, and it's inspiring. I hope it inspires you as well, because we've got a lot of work to do. We're just getting started. And guys, the tide is turning, and don't worry, we will win, because we've already won. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out my book, Justified, and its subsequent 2 books, Sanctified and Glorified. And we'll be back soon.